All right, y'all. He said, I could let the music play longer if y'all want it. All right, we back. Ooh, man. I was doing some I was running some errands today, man. Just taking care of some things. And, I went to go for a run as well. I could let the music play longer. Oh, okay, there we go. Then I took a nap, man. Took a nap and yeah, almost overslept. I ain't had a nap all day or a while, so I said, "Wow, I got to lay down after I got back home." And man, wanted to power nap for like half an hour, wind up being a whole hour. But yeah, we back. Yeah, man. All right, since we done we in 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, okay. BJ said link him up. I will. I'll link you up in a minute. Today we can do open link. We'll do open link today, man. Yeah. Let me just shake my head out a little bit. I was a little tired. All right. But welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another CB99 live stream, man. Good fights last night. Good fights, man. I it's one of them. It's one of those. One of them times, man. I was like, yeah. Back on my predictions, right? Both of them. Good fights. It wasn't like an overload. This whole card was okay. I got to go back and watch even some of the other fights, but the WMMA fights definitely pulled through. They definitely were on point. I know everybody's gonna say like the first fight was a mismatch, but it was good. It was a good showcase for upcoming prospect in Fiorot. Montana De La Rosa, she's back on the winning track. Her fight, of course, it was more so on the level. Of course, I still need to see more from Montana. I'm being I got to be a harsh critic. There's more I got to see. I got to see more from her. But as far as skill wise, what I seen from Manon Fiorot, I like what I saw. I know again everybody's going to say she's got more work to do. I mean, that's not her fault though. I mean, skill wise, she looked good, but of course, opponent wise, she's gonna need a big step up. She's gonna need a bigger step up, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But like I was telling Stamina yesterday, part of the show, I gotta ask y'all this too, man. Is like the main thing with this thing is, do y'all think some of these prospects are signing premature to the UFC? That's the question. After watching what happened to Tabitha Ricci again, happened to so many other young prospects coming into the UFC, I got to ask y'all that question. Do you think it's a premature thing for these fighters to, jump right into the UFC? I know everybody's going to say you got to take every opportunity that comes, but let's be real. Some of these fighters are kind of rushing, right? So that's something I got to ask y'all. Y'all think about that. Let me know. But it's one of them things, man. Let me check out the comment section before we get started. Yeah, BJ, we'll I'm gonna drop that link in a minute. I just want to get my thoughts off, and after that we can talk. And let me see. He said Montana De La Rosa looking like a problem last night. Prince of Thracia said Fiorot nice. Yeah, she's nice with it, man. I like what I'm seeing from her. We can't really, like I said, mention an opponent aside. I like what I saw out of Manon Fiorot. Strawweight or not, I like what I saw. Vicious. I mean, if you're going to answer the call, I do like to see when a fighter can impose their will like that. If they can impose their style and impose their size and strength, hey, have at it. have at it. Prince of Thracia said Dern's champion by 2022. I put 50 on it. Shoot, I don't guarantee my picks all the time, but if you would have put some Prince of Thracia, if you went by my picks last night, yeah, because my picks, I'm 2-0 from last night, and they went exactly like I said. Manon Fiorot by TKO and Montana De La Rosa by TKO. I said either second round submission, but I did say second round TKO or submission. I was going to say she was going to stop her either way. That's what I thought. But yeah, Manon Fiorot said second round TKO. I pretty much, felt like everything that happened the way it was going to happen. But hey, this is what I was telling y'all too, man. Like, I don't like to be right sometimes when it comes to the picks. Like, I really don't like to be right sometimes because that means, that fighter's not doing something right. That means they're not doing something right sometimes. Like this one, the Montana fight. Okay, it could have been a little bit more competitive, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Montana will probably go in there and dominate. It came down to that. So that was kind of telling me that Ariane Lipski ain't really made improvements. And then same thing with Manon Fiorot, knowing that she was going to dominate Tabitha Ricci, that told me that Tabitha Ricci ain't got no business being in here with this girl, right? That means it was just flat out a mismatch. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, I enjoy when I'm wrong most of the time because that means it's going to be a good fight. It's gonna be a real good fight. Oh, thanks, Prince. Yeah. Hey, I try. I mean, when I'm watching fights, yeah, I get that. I do try to watch it and understand it more and more. But when it comes down to picks, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. Yeah. But yeah. Manon Fiorot, Tabitha Ricci. Let's talk about this fight, though. Let's just talk about what we saw. Like, what I saw in Manon Fiorot was a killer. Very, very dangerous killer in there, man. I think her energy that she's bringing, what I saw she brought in this fight, I think she's going to bring that energy with anybody. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't care if this was a strawweight. She's coming to take your head off, and that's what she did. Last night, I think she would have did that to anybody. She would have tried to do that to anybody last night. Just the way she came in and posed her size, her will, her size, her style. Excuse me. She just came in there and dominated. It just so happened that it happened to be this much smaller opponent. That's why I felt bad for Tabitha Ricci after like the first 2 minutes of the first round. After the first 2 minutes, I was like, okay, here we go. I told y'all, like, the side kick to the body from Tabitha Ricci, it's like a long jab. She can throw it like a jab. And once she gets into a rhythm with it and she just starts pumping that side kick out, there's a lot of power behind it. There's a lot of power and strength behind it. That's why, like, Tabitha Ricci had no way of getting in. Like, her main goal was to get it to the ground, but what's going to happen, like, if you get past, will you be able to take this big girl down? No. So from the outside, she was done. From the inside, she was done. Because the first time I saw, like, her try to switch level on Fiorot was, like, bumped her back. She just, like, pushed her back, just like, it didn't even look like she tried. She just said, you're not coming in, and she couldn't get in. So that was like the size and strength difference right there, and just really all around, polished striking from Manon Fiorot. Because I still have to say this, we'll say it's a mismatch, but if Manon Fiorot didn't have the sharp striking like she did, maybe Tabitha Ricci would have had some success on the inside, because she did land a right hand every now and then on Manon Fiorot. But imagine if her striking wasn't as good as it was, even if she did have size. Like, Tabitha could have got in. So I still have to give her credit for the offense that she was able to present on Tabitha Ricci and just execute well. Very, very sharp. Sharp left hands. Her right jab is powerful. Her right hook is powerful. From the southpaw stance, she's very, very, very controlling. So the first round, it was just her getting into a good groove. Tabitha Ricci tried a few times here and there, but you could see, like, after eating the power, she was like, I don't think I have a way in, because again, Ricci not only being the shorter fighter, she was the slower fighter. See, that's got to be something when you're facing a big, tall fighter, but at the same time, they're faster than you. She's bigger. She packs more power. She's faster. So every time Ricci tried to stop to, maybe even throw a straight shot down the middle, she couldn't, because Manon Fiorot was letting her hands go. Every time she stopped, she'd have to reset. She goes on the back foot, circling to her left. She would always have to stop. She would always have to go back on the go, because when she stopped, she'd get hit with a combination. And her combinations were fluid. Like, the thing is, like, Manon Fiorot's not hitting her with a jab over and over, a left hand over. It's kicks. It's a left kick. It's a body kick. She's front kicking her, to the knee. She's putting that kick to the knee. She's just simply breaking her down, hitting her in every little pressure point. That's why I say, like, Manon Fiorot was a killer, because she's trying to hurt this girl. It don't matter, like, if it was a strawweight, she's going to do this to anybody, or try. She was going to touch you anywhere. And I know y'all seen that combination. Let me know y'all saw that combination she threw in the first round. Like, I thought it was about to be over, because Manon Fiorot threw a left kick to the body. She landed a left kick to the body, and then she landed a right kick to the head. And the right kick to the head hit her right up by the side of the head, like, on the left side of her temple. I thought Ricci was going to be out. Seriously, man. And I think when she ate two quick kicks like that, she was like, okay, man, I got to stay on the back foot. I got to stay away from this power. Can I get on the inside? But she never could. Gordon, it was really just survival mode. It was really just survival mode at that point. Like, you knew it was survival mode, because she never even tried to get on the inside. She never tried to, get the inside clinch work flowing. She never wanted to try to even take it to the ground. Hell, even when we got to that second round, Manon Fiorot actually tried to take it to the ground. Y'all saw her try to clinch up, right? She actually put the weight on her. It was like, we can go to the ground if you want. But I guess, when it all comes down to it, no matter how good you are on the ground, if that fighter that's bigger and stronger, you're not going to want to take it there. And then, man, that right jab, man. I'm talking about that right jab throughout the second round. She was just really, like, smashing Tabitha Ricci's face in with that right jab, constantly pumping that jab out. And I said, if anybody, that's why I say, look, with the jabs and the technique that she's throwing, let that be any flyweight, because there's still a lot of flyweights on her level she would do that to, no matter how big they are, because a lot of these flyweights on the lower level don't have defense either, So what you saw Manon Fiorot do to her, she would probably do to other fighters too, because their striking isn't that good. There's a lot of these girls from 11 on down to 15 to the unranked fighters. They don't have, maybe they'll take it better because they're bigger, but they don't have defense either. So they'll eat the same shots. They're going to get hit by the same shots, and they're going to stay on the outside and just take these type of punches. We talk, Montana. We'll look at Montana. We'll look at Jillian Robinson. We'll look at Courtney Casey, Antonina. If you don't have head movement, you don't have to be a strawweight to get beat down like this. That's my point. Like, her technique is looking more polished than some of these girls that have been in the UFC. I'm just saying. So based off of that, I could see her being a problem. I'm not wanting to hype somebody up. I'm just looking at her skill set. And off of what I've seen, same jabs, same straight left hands, same leg kick combinations she's throwing, they're going to hit some of these flyweights that don't have this type of striking ability. Right? And then you look at Victoria Leonardo, who is a bigger flyweight, of course. And no, I'm going to go back to Victoria Leonardo. People were saying Victoria Leonardo was going to beat Manon Fiorot, right? But I said Manon Fiorot was going to stop her, and that's what happened. That was my pick. I said Manon Fiorot was going to stop Victoria Leonardo. Everybody was like, Victoria Leonardo got the skills, she's got the size. But as soon as Manon Fiorot ran through her, now people are saying she was a mismatch. No, she wasn't a mismatch. She had an Invicta experience. She had experience in Invicta. She had the size. She posed a threat on their level. They were both one rank, right? But Manon Fiorot was much more polished with the striking. Just simply broke her down, went for the stoppage as well. So people felt like Leonardo was going to win. I told y'all Fiorot was going to win that fight. She did. But what I'm seeing from her right now, of course, is potential. I'm not saying that she's going to beat everybody in the top 10. Skills is one thing, but resume is another. You need the opponents to back the skills up, right? You got to have those skills to back the opponent. You got to have the opponents to back up your skills, right? So I think it's about time, we go ahead and say, let's get her in the top 15. At the post press conference, Manon Fiorot said, look, let's get me in here with a number 15 or a number 10. I know y'all saw that. So she's ready to go, man. And I'm ready for her to go. I'm ready for her to get started. You know what I mean? Like, she is 31 years old. She ready to rock. She ready to roll. So if a fighter like that is confident in their skills, it's time to put them in there. Like, see, some other fighters, I'll tell you all day long, it's premature. They got to work. They still got to work. But I'm ready to see Manon Fiorot's skills against this 11 through 15. That's what I'm ready for. I'll go to comment section real quick. The question is, what if she gets put on her back by Robinson and Jojua? Then we can see what she's really made. I think if Jojua put her on her back, I don't even think Jojua could put her on her back. I don't think Jojua would get her to her back. I think Manon Fiorot is just too strong. I think she's too strong because she had success against a featherweight. They didn't fight at featherweight, but they fought about like 138 against Leah McCourt. And then you got to think of, again, like, will it get there? Her hand speed. If Miranda Maverick was able to piece up Jojua, I definitely see Manon Fiorot piecing up Jojua because she's faster. She's faster and she's sharper. And height. Again, she's using this height. To me, she was looking like I said, if y'all don't follow boxing, she looked like Errol Spence in there, who's a big welterweight, similar like southpaw stance, where she's kind of walking you down and she's just breaking you down. Like, she kind of had that approach like a boxer, like Errol Spence, Go look at some of his fights right now. Like, same stance, with similar stance. She's got the guard up. She's walking you down. She's shooting the left hand down the middle. She's breaking your body down. And then eventually, you crumble. Like, that's how they fight. Like, these type of fighters, they come in there looking to just tear you down. A straight tear you down, man. Because if we look at some of the unranked fighters, like, none of them really poses a big threat. Like, it didn't really have to be. I know it didn't have to be Tabitha Ricci, right? It didn't have to be a strawweight, but damn, like, I think she would have did this to a lot of them girls. You know, maybe some of them, like I said, would have withstood more punishment because they're bigger. But hey, that's how it goes, man. And you want to take the call, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Hold on here. I'm just pulling this flyweight ranking system up. What is their deal with, you know, just like grabbing fighters sometimes? I don't like that, though. I really don't. Like, some of these fighters we know don't look ready, but they sign them, man. All right, while this is coming up, let me check the comment section. Colton said Montana really came through. Happy for her. BJ said Joe Jua fought that high too. She's still a little too slow for me, man. Like, Joe Jua is a little bit slower. High Five said Manon side kicks and strong fast jabs are a problem for any two opponents. Yeah, they are a problem. Like, I think same thing I said. High Five. I'll repeat that again. Like, I think her side kicks and her jabs would be a problem for anybody. JoJo's strength is underrated. When she grabs girls, she grabs them. That's if she can grab somebody like this, you know. She be non-Fiorot 5'7", you know, she's towering over you, so she knows how to control those clinches. You know, when you get you in the tie clinch, she knows how to control your head and she knows how to control your shoulders. You got to have some type of speed too. Like, you got to have speed. Let me see. Yeah, Joe Jua might have the size. You know, she might have the size, and that would make it a little bit more interesting. But I think that Manon Fiorot is still gonna be able to impose her will on her, because look, she has a 3-inch height advantage over Joe Jua, and you know, let me see, a 4-inch reach advantage. Let me make sure I got that right. 3-inch height advantage, and let's see, 3-inch height advantage over Joe Jua, and a 4-inch reach advantage. Oh yeah, like, if you're a good striker, you got good strength and good takedown defense, she's got a 4-inch reach advantage over her. Yeah, she'll keep you on the outside, man. She'll just keep you on the outside. But yeah, on Manon Fiorot's part, it was good. It was a good showing. She did what she had to do. Now, I know, like, if she would have went the distance, everybody would have said, she ain't ready. Or they would say, Manon Fiorot ain't that good if she goes the distance with the straw weight. So she did what she was supposed to do. She went in there and destroyed the girl. You know, made her look out of her league like she was supposed to. You know, the first round was dominant skills shown. And then she turned it up in the second round, right? She turned it up in the second round and said, look, sorry, I got to do this, but got to get you out of here. Got to get you out of here. It's like, she ain't sorry. You know, that's how Manon Fiorot fights, man, because, like, she's pretty much stopped about everybody with her striking. You know, she stopped just about everybody. So let's pull up this ranking. Let's pull up these rankings. Okay, here we go. Took a while to pull up. I got the top 15 pulled up here. For Manon Fiorot, she said she would like return ASAP because, like she said, she didn't really suffer any damage. She's ready to fight again. You know, she would like to have that original fight. As y'all know, that original fight was Marina Moreau, and that's what I wanted to say. Like, I think the Marina Moreau fight would have went the same way. I did say that the other day in a video. I said, the way she stopped her, I said, if she stops her, I was like, shoot, she would have did the same thing. Like, she's a former strawweight too, you know. I know Marina Moreau's got some skills to her, you know, but I think that Manon Fiorot would have stopped her too. Yeah, I gave my prediction on that. I said, if the fight was going to happen, that's my prediction was Marina Moreau gets stopped. And she said she still wants that fight. You know, she said Marina Moreau is good to go soon. She'll take that fight. She said we can still do it. So that's a call out. She said that. And she also said give her a top 15 or a top 10 opponent. So here we go. Looking at the top 15 as we go up, I'll stop where I kind of feel like where she needs to kind of showcase her level first. Hold on. Number 15. This is a no. I don't think this is a no right here. I don't think they will give Manon Fiorot this fight because this would be crushing. Antonina Shevchenko, she's coming off a hard loss to Andrea Lee. That would be like feeding Shevchenko to Manon Fiorot, and I would just see Manon just dominating that fight. Might actually, stop Antonina on her feet. She'd stop her on her feet. So number 15 is out of the question for right now. Number 13 and number 14 are out of the question because they're fighting. Miranda Maverick and Macy Barber, they're fighting next month. So those two names are out of the question. Uh-oh. Here we go. Number 12. Number 12 is Taylor Santos, though. Uh-oh. Taylor Santos ain't lined up to fight right now, is she? Hold on. She ain't lined up to fight. Nah, because so many people cancel on her. Who canceled on her again? Roxanne has surgery, right? Roxanne has surgery. And no. She's got the Mandy Bowen fight. She's got Mandy Bowen, who's coming from Bellator. Undefeated Mandy Bowen. I don't know about that fight. Like, I think I'm going to go with Taylor Santos just off what I see for right now. But that's not really a big test for her, man. Like, she needs somebody in our top 10. She needs somebody in our top 10, man. Hold on here. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Okay, so Taylor Santos is out right now. Got Taylor. Okay, so no Shevchenko, no Macy, no Miranda, no Taylor Santos. Y'all, if y'all didn't see my post-fight analysis, this is the perfect name right here. Number 11, Andrea Lee. Yeah, this is good right here. Andrea Lee versus Manon Fiorot. We'll stop right there. We only have to go up to number 10 yet. That's the perfect name for her. After beating two unranked fighters, and she wants to get top 15 or top 10, let's meet in the middle. Let's give her a number 11, right? That's the perfect name right there, Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee's coming off a dominant performance over Antonina Shevchenko. She just killed a three-fight losing streak. She's looking better. She's looking better based off of that performance. This is the name right here. This is a perfect name. I'm sure she's looking to come back early, not late towards the end of the year. She probably wants to come back like early summer. Andrea Lee didn't really suffer any damage in that Shevchenko fight. She should be ready to go. Manon Fiorot says she's good to go. Didn't suffer any damage. She said she could fight tomorrow. She's like, if Marina Moreau wants to fight tomorrow, we'll fight tomorrow. So that tells you something, man. Like, I like that energy, man. I like that energy. So that's the matchup I want. That's the perfect matchup. Andrea Lee versus Manon Fiorot. I think that would be a solid stand-up fight. Now, y'all talking about Jojo and y'all talking about Shevchenko and y'all bringing them names up. But I think Andrea Lee, like I said, I'm not a big Andrea Lee fan, but I'm going to give her credit, though. Like, she may have the underrated jiu-jitsu and underrated ground game that can nullify Manon Fiorot. She may have the speed. She may have that speed that could give Manon Fiorot some trouble. She could probably match her strike for strike for a little bit. She has a good jab whenever she commits to it. Andrea Lee's got a good jab when she commits to it, and she's got good kicks too. So when it comes down to the speed and the outside striking, that might be interesting. But if it goes on the inside, Andrea Lee showed how strong she was. She be ragdolling some girls. She's got some judo tosses in there. So I don't see her judo tossing someone as big as Manon Fiorot though, but it might make it interesting, man. She might make it an interesting fight. All right, so pull up these let's pull up these stats here real quick. Manon Fiorot, like I said, is 5'7", 66-inch reach, and Andrea Lee. Let's match her up. This is the fight right here. This is the good. Yeah, this makes the most sense to me. She wants a top 15 or top 10. Well, this gets her right where she needs to be. Oh, okay. Hold on here. 5'6". Andrea Lee's 5'6". I knew she was like 5'5", 5'6", or something like that. Andrea Lee's 5'6", 69.5 reach, 69.5-inch reach. Oh, damn. She's got a long reach. She's got a 3.5 reach advantage over Manon Fiorot, yo. Wow. I mean, I'm not saying like that's like a great thing to beat a fighter, but she's got a long reach. I mean, I can see how long her jabs are when she extends her reach, but that might be like what she needs, like to go strike for strike with Manon Fiorot, you know? Long jab. That's interesting, man. 1-inch height advantage for Manon Fiorot, but the 3.5-inch reach goes to Andrea Lee. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hold on, let me check the comment section here. Gordon said Antonina versus Manon. Nah, I don't see that happening. Andrea deserves to fight Grasso. That's a possibility. I won't really say deserves like she, deserves it like that. So, I think this is a better fight. Antonina versus Manon, that's you trying to get that girl cut from the UFC. You know Antonina ain't ready for that fight right now. But I like what I see in I like what I'm seeing in Manon Fiorot, and I like what I saw from Andrea Lee in her last fight. Mr. Lee said Fiorot versus Chikagan. Oh, that'd be interesting. Like, depending on what Manon looks like in her next couple fights, their styles might make for an interesting fight. I think the more and more Manon knows how to cut you off and just sit down on her punches, I think she could give style-wise. I think that's what Manon needs to nullify somebody like Chikagan. You got to be able to walk her down and throw back. You got to fire back, because Viviana Araújo, that was a bad style matchup. Viviana Araújo, she wasn't throwing anything. She didn't have no gas. I think Manon Fiorot's got the gas and the power. If Valentina can get her down and disrespect her, I think Manon Fiorot can do the same. Like, let her climb the ladder a little bit. Manon Fiorot's got that killer instinct that says, I don't care who you are. Like, that's what y'all are missing. Y'all not looking at, like, her approach. Like, this girl is mean. I can see, like, the mean streak. The mean streak, it doesn't mean you fight angry. When a fighter has a mean streak, that means they don't care who you are. They don't care who you are. They're gonna come in your zone and disrupt your game. Like, I think Manon Fiorot is that type of fighter to impose her will. See, Viviana Araújo, she never let go. She never really tried to let go on Caitlin Chikagan enough. Like, she just never really got into a rhythm. She let too many moments slip. But Manon Fiorot, I like her attitude. Like, I like her attitude. She's all the while you see her smiling at the press conference, but she's like, hey, I'm ready to fight. I'm gonna beat you down. Again, I'm not saying that she's already tested, but the mind is right. The mind is right. She's got the mind frame of a killer. And that's what we need in this division. Y'all know that. You know we need this in the division. We don't have many killers in this flyweight division. You know, too many fighters just wanting to fight. Nobody wants to kill. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound like, like I'm like somebody to die in there. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about, killing nobody for real. You know what I mean? We need that killer instinct. But let Manon get a few fights in. Like, if Manon destroys Andrea Lee, let's say she destroys Andrea Lee, right? And she knocks out Jessica I, and let's say she bulldozed Jennifer Maya, then Caitlin Chikagan better worry. Caitlin Chikagan better worry. That's what I'm saying. Like, Caitlin Chikagan better worry if she blasts I out and blasts Jennifer Maya out. I'm telling you, like, early look at her style. She's letting her hands go. Nobody really lets their hands go. Like, Andrade and Valentina Shevchenko, they destroyed Caitlin Chikagan because they disrespected her. Listen to me when I say that. They disrespected her. You got to disrespect her style. Everybody else, like Cynthia Calvillo, Jessica I did. Jessica I, for the most part, she tried. She tried. She tried, and she won. She did win. Jennifer Maya, she kind of sat in the back seat and let Caitlin Chikagan lead. Who else let her lead? Cynthia Calvillo did. My girl JoJo, she did. She kind of sat in the back seat and let Caitlin Chikagan pile points up. You're not supposed to do that against a volume puncher. Like, you got the volume back and you got to hit harder. But yeah, that's how I feel about that style matchup. But Colton said no, she's not destroying Angela Lee. Angela Lee? You talking about Angela Lee? You talking about a girl from One FC? Angela Lee. We just said she ain't beating Chikagan. I think she got the style to do it, man. I think she got the style to do it. I said Mazzani paid the price afterward, though. I love Priscilla for being such a tiger finisher. We talking about Priscilla Catchware? Oh. Anyways, Andrea Lee versus... Oh, you meant Andrea Lee. Okay. Who's not destroying her? No, I think Manon Fiorot, that's going to be a good fight. Like, I can't say that. I can't say anybody's going to be destroying the Andrea Lee fight, because I think that's going to be competitive. And if I can't call it, that means it's going to be competitive. Like, I think going back down the list, Manon Fiorot, she would stop Antonia Shevchenko. And if she fought number 12, Taylor Santos, that's another fight that would be good. That would be close. That would be close as hell. But I just like the Andrea Lee fight more because I think it brings more excitement, style-wise. Good stand-up. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. But Tabitha Ricci, y'all, Tabitha Ricci, I feel like this was a little too soon for her. I seen Tabitha Ricci fight just a couple months ago in LFA, and I was impressed with her growth, So her jumping to the UFC to fight a flyweight, I thought that was a little too soon. I thought that was a little too early. That's what I was saying. Like, I think there has to be a point where some of these fighters, that before they answer that call, they think about it, man, because I'm sure they'll give you another chance. Like, especially if you're as small as Tabitha Ricci, I'm sure there was an option. There had to be an option for her to say no, like, and not feel bad about it or not feel like they weren't going to call you anymore, right? Because Tabitha Ricci, come on, 6 inches shorter as a strawweight. See, my guess is like how the call went. The matchmakers probably called Tabitha Ricci and they offered her the fight. And maybe she automatically just said, oh, wow, the UFC just made a call. And maybe some people said, oh, cool. You going to take the fight? She said, okay. Yes, at flyweight. They probably went on and said, hey, maybe they wanted to talk her out of it. Like I said, I don't know how it went. Maybe they tried to talk Tabitha out. Maybe Tabitha said, maybe I can get this fight. If I get this fight in, that's my shoe into the UFC. But is it good to get into the UFC that quick if you're not ready? Especially if you're fighting out of your weight class? What do you think? See, I think so. I wouldn't do it. I mean, if they let's say I'm a straw weight. They call me. I'm doing good. I'm undefeated in another organization. They call me and say, yo, you want to come to the UFC and fight? We got an offer, but it's at middleweight. If it's a higher weight, I'd be like, whoa, man, like, who am I fighting? If I know I'm fighting somebody big and outgunned, I'll be like, I'll pass. But all the while, you probably feeling like, oh, you ain't take my offer? You feeling like the UFC said, oh, you ain't going to take my offer? Well, we ain't going to call you back. That's probably how some people feel. They probably feel like, oh, that they might put me on the spot and not call me back anymore. But is it worth taking that L? Are you that confident you can go in there and beat somebody that much bigger and stronger than you? Or are you just taking the offer? I know everybody has to lose at some point in MMA period, but is it worth putting your O on the line for that? That's my question. Like, if you're going to lose, at least go out against somebody that makes the fight competitive with you. Just don't give it away. That's my point. Like, I'm sure maybe Tabitha Ricci felt confident, like, I'm 5-0. This girl hasn't been tested yet. About Manon Fiorot, maybe she felt like Manon Fiorot hadn't been tested and she could go in there and beat her. But from the outside looking in, I would have been watching tapes. And if I was part of her team, I would have told Manon Fiorot, yo, Manon Fiorot's a beast. Maybe you wanna back out. I mean, it's okay to grow, right? Like, y'all can still grow as a fighter. I mean, it seems like so many people are in a rush to get into the UFC now. They want to get into the bright lights. They want to get on and say, let's rock this uniform. It's on now. We made it. But apparently, not everybody's made it because still, fighters are still struggling. They ain't making the money that they feel like they should be. So maybe it's a money thing too. Maybe these fighters saying I'm not getting paid a lot with LFA and so on. So they want to go ahead and jump on, get a big sign-on bonus from the UFC, hope to knock somebody out and then get like a finishing bonus, So there's probably a lot of other factors that be making them want to sign, even if they are becoming food for somebody, right? I don't know. I mean, that's my take on it. I mean, I don't know what y'all think. Y'all talking about something else, but what do y'all think? Is it good for fighters to just answer the call and say yes and jump into the UFC, even if they're still green? I mean, if fighters are green like that, I think you should chill out, man. Just continue to grow. Cause yeah, man, like she had no business being in there with her. She really didn't. I know Tabitha might say different, but Tabitha Ricci didn't have no business being in there with her. I just called one, I was calling one of her fights the other day, analyzing, April, 2 months ago, and I was like, she looked good against Shauna Ormsby, because that's an LFA fighter, and that's a strawweight like her. And I was just saying that Tabitha Ricci just started looking good, started putting her striking together, putting it together, but that wasn't saying it's going to beat a flyweight. I didn't say she was pound for pound, you know what I mean? There was a lot of work that needed to be done. B just said at least their foot is in the door. Yeah, but at what cost? That's my point. At what cost? Like, you get your foot in the door, but you get that foot broken because they slammed the door on your foot. You know what I mean? Like, are they giving you a fair chance fighting somebody 6 inches taller that should be a bantamweight? That could be a bantamweight, Like, yeah, you get your foot in the door, but they slam it. They slam it a lot of times, man. And some of these fighters, they just be like, yo, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. I'll get to go into UFC. Not knowing that this competition, well, they are. They got to know. They know that the competition is hell, but they say, ain't no time like the present, man. That's just me because I see it in boxing all the time where fighters are protected a little bit more, which is good. You know, they get people ready for the fights. They don't throw welterweights in there with cruiserweights in boxing. You know what I mean? You always fight around your weight. You know, they almost did that with Erin Blanchfield, right? Almost did it with Erin Blanchfield. You know, she almost went in there against Norma Dumont, and we know how that probably would have went. You know, Norma Dumont, big, strong, featherweight, fighting the flyweight, and we saw what Norma Dumont did to. What's her name? Felicia Spencer. I was surprised at how she just was able to handle Felicia Spencer with ease. That's why I said, man, if that was Erin Blanchfield might have got stopped. And my thing is, Erin Blanchfield is good. She's good for her size and her weight class, but she's not going to beat a Norma Dumont like that. You know? The boss said maybe a false sense of confidence because she destroyed all those bums in LFA. Yeah, like, I wouldn't call those fighters bums in LFA. They were all just like prospects like her. She just stood out above the rest, you know. You know, they're all like growing fighters, you know. I hate to call them bums. I don't really call fighters bums, man. Marcus said if I was Tabitha, I would have told UFC that Manon isn't worth having a deal with a possible medical bill. Right. Your medical bill is usually higher than your actual check sometime. You know what I mean? Like, or it'll take a big portion of it. I would be like, give me a strawweight. You know, give me somebody that needs a fight in the strawweight division. Like, come on, y'all know she ain't no flyweight. Even if she did, let's say she did pull off this upset in this fight with Manon Fiorot, like, Tabitha Ricci ain't no flyweight. Look at her body, like, she looked good at the weight, like, filled in with the muscle, but the size, man, it came down to the size. She don't have size and she don't have the ability to get in there like that. Stamina MC, what's going on, man? Stamina just got to his hotel room. He on American soil for a few days. Oh, okay. What time zone you in? Are you on Pacific time? Or are you on Atlantic time? Eastern time? My time. Let's see. It's 8 o'clock here. If you out on the west side, you probably 3 hours ahead. 3 hours behind. So you're probably like 5 p.m. over there. All right. All right. So I done enough talking here, but let's see. Damn. That's a long time. We was talking for a minute. But yeah, it's time to get open link in here. And if BJ got my link, we can come on in the building. And we got the man in the building. And hang on one second. Let me check your volume. Yeah, let me turn that up some. All right, BJ, say something, bro.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Let me turn it up on my end. All right, there we go. Everybody, we got BJ from No Filter MMA in the building, aka he's like, is he the CEO of Bloody Canvas or he just helped run the Bloody Canvas? Can I say CEO?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Okay, don't say it. Okay.
No, I'm just a member of Bloody Canvas, bro.
Okay. Okay, he a captain.
No.
He's a captain or a lieutenant, man. What's going on, bro?
Right. What's good, my dude? Yes, sir. Good night of fights. Good conversation you got going on here too, man.
Yeah, I had to get you in, man. I had to get you in. I got to know your thoughts, man, on what you saw, man. Like, where you want to start? It's on you, bro.
Yeah, like with Tabitha Ricci, man, like, I get it because sometimes you just got to take that call, man. Like, you just got to get that call. And, Tabitha Ricci, uber confident girl, And, she's an aggressive fighter. But, at the end of the day, You got to kind of be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it was somebody else, like other, I feel like they should have looked at what they had first before they called Tabitha Ricci in. Like they should have looked at what flyweight could have taken the fight, and they could have made the fight happen at 135. You know
True.
what I'm saying? Just
True.
because it was a short notice fight, take the fight at 135, but it has flyweight implications on it. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's
Like it
true.
should have been more like that.
I agree. Because then even like Manon, she wouldn't have had to like cut so much weight at the last minute. Because she did look a little drained to me. That could have just been
Yeah.
a plus for her, man. I agree though. Like you said, I understand like where you coming from. Like at least it's a foot in the door. I would feel more comfortable if she would have been fighting at 115. Like y'all want to throw in there with what's her name, Conejo Ruiz or Amanda Lemos. That's fine. That's all day long. But like, come on, a girl that's like 6 inches taller that needs to be a bantamweight. That spells like that's just destruction right there, man.
And that's about, dude, that's about like Agapova versus Hannah Cyphers. Hannah Cyphers had no business in there with Maria Agapova. Like, she had no business whatsoever in that octagon with Maria Agapova, man. That was horrible.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah. I was trying to think of mismatches. That's a perfect one, man. Cause like the girl need to be 115, but she's up in here getting eaten alive by flyweights, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you spot on with that, dude. Like, she could have said, can y'all not give me somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, Manon Fury, like, shoot. Yeesh.
Shoot, man. But
But like I was saying about Manon though, like
mhm.
I gotta see Manon. I gotta see somebody close the distance on Manon, and there's girls in that division that can close that distance. You know what I'm saying? Bigger girls, you know what I'm saying, who's not where the reach advantages and stuff, and the size is not going to be as big as it is, in the fight, like in the fight with Tabitha Ricci, girls who can get inside, close the distance, wrap up Manon Fury out, you know what I'm saying, and let's see what happens then. How's her cardio when somebody's been dragging on her, you know what I'm saying? It's possible. I got to see that, man, and then it is what it is. But style wise, I'm not saying that she deserves this fight, but style wise, a fight with Chukagian is interesting, and also a fight with, well, I would say Valentina, but Valentina ain't. Valentina's a grappler now. But a fight with Chukagian, that's interesting, man.
Why you say Valentina's a grappler now?
I mean, dude, because Valentina taking these girls down, dude, and they can't get up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, I mean, it's crazy, dude. Like, Valentina taking these girls down, she wrapping these girls up, and they going for the ride. So, I mean, like, when she picked up Jessica Andrade, I said, whoa, whoa.
Oh man,
You got to
yeah,
see.
yeah. Like that's the thing about Valentina. I think at this point she just got like that. I won't say well, I can say a chip on the shoulder now. Where I think every girl that come in, they're gonna feel that grappling now. She gonna be taking them down. Like especially if she come across Cynthia Calvillo, who was talking that good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cynthia talking that trash, man.
So
Cynthia talking trash, but Cynthia's uber confident, man. She's
yeah,
confident in
yeah,
her skills.
yeah. She is, she is. Well, let me ask you this, BJ. So who are you gonna put Manon Firo in there with next if you had your way?
If I had my way, if I had my way, it can go one or two ways. I want to see her in there with a grappler, or I want to see her in there with somebody who ain't afraid to stand and trade with her. You brought up KGB. That's a perfect matchup, dude. Like that's a perfect matchup. And I feel like people were high on KGB, but this is the level that KGB needs to be at until she develops that killer instinct. Like she needs to be fighting, the Manon Furias, girls like Antonina, just to get her confidence up, dude, because her confidence it was gone. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like she just didn't want to pull the trigger in a lot of those fights. But you know what I'm saying? If I have to choose a striker, I'm gonna have to go with Andrea Lee. If I choose a grappler, man, I think that Joe Jua fight is just intriguing, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an intriguing fight to make, just because that's a pure striker versus grappler fight.
Okay.
So I mean, that's a good one.
I'm glad you mentioned that about Andrea Lee just having to like fight at this level for a while, because
Right,
Gordon in the chat was saying she deserves Alexa Grasso. She don't really deserve a top 10.
right,
She's not in deserving yet
right,
because she just broke a losing streak. So she still got to
right,
show us something. So like
right.
Manon would be like the perfect opponent for her to take on. And like I said, I read her stats, like she's not far off from Manon's size. So that's a fight I can't call, man. I need to see that.
Yeah, that's just the fight you got to see, bro. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. Um, yeah, man. I got to see Manon get in there and somebody make Manon fight. Like somebody bring the fight to Manon. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see how Manon does under pressure. We
Yeah.
ain't seen Manon under no pressure.
No,
You
we
know what I'm
have.
saying? We ain't seen nobody stalking Manon down. We ain't seen Manon wary of a takedown. We ain't seen Manon, make somebody forcing Manon to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And one of those tricky grapples, man, they can force the mistakes out of these strikers, man.
Yeah.
They can force them to make the wrong mistake, and when they make that wrong mistake, they in trouble.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I still need to see too. Like I need to see her get to the ground a few times on this level, even if it is, throw. Well, shoot, before we talk about Montana, that's a name I mentioned earlier in the video. Montana or Jillian Robertson would be a name, if you want to put her to the ground, right?
Right.
So those are some names. Leanna Joju, yeah, those are some names. Get somebody that
Maybe even Maverick, like maybe like that's a test for Miranda Maverick. Like,
yeah,
can Miranda
yeah.
Maverick get past Manon Fiorot? That's the question. Now, when it comes to strength, it gets interesting there.
You're
You
right.
know what I'm saying? When it comes to strength, it gets interesting because, I brought up the name Jillian Robinson, but we've seen that even when Jillian Robinson was fighting Miranda Maverick and Jillian was on top, she still struggled a little bit with the strength of Miranda Maverick. Like Jillian was able to hold her down. You know what I'm saying? Jillian was able to implement like her position over submission tactics that she used, but even at that point, Miranda Maverick was still creating a lot of space, elevating Jillian Robinson, trying to get her off. And Jillian Robinson really had to be heavy on top of Miranda Maverick. So that just lets you know that Miranda Maverick is very strong physically as well. She's short. She's like a compressed spring, you know what I'm saying? And she explodes, you know what I'm saying? Like Miranda Maverick is very athletic. And so is Manon Fiorot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could come down to a test of skill and athleticism from both sides. I do think that Miranda Maverick would be able to close the distance and take Manon Fiorot down, but on the feet, then we have a problem on the feet. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As far as like getting in and taking her down, you know what I'm saying? Like I see Miranda Maverick being one of those type of threats as well.
Okay.
I could see Jillian Robinson struggling to get Manon Fiorot down only because of the athletic part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's why I said Miranda Maverick, because Miranda, she blasts them double legs on them girls, man. And it's like damn.
Look, I'm letting you talk about that right now because I don't want to jinx it because Miranda still got Macy to get past. So if she gets past Macy, then I'm gonna start mentioning that. I don't want to jinx and jump ahead because she's gotta take on Macy in about another month or so. Let's see her take her out first. But if she did take her out, yeah, that it would come down to, man, that would be a good fight, Miranda and Manon.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
You can't really count Miranda Maverick out right
No.
now, man. Like Miranda Maverick is I mean, she beat. I mean, the win over Jillian Robinson, I think, was huge. You know what I'm saying? Like that let her know, okay, she beat one of the toughest girls at that level. You know what I'm saying? One of the toughest of the unranked girls at 100. Jillian was ranked actually. One of the sort of kind of gatekeeper girls. She beat one of the toughest ones. The division kind of opens up for Miranda Maverick. So you can't count Miranda Maverick out really in any matchups until you up in the top 5. Anybody outside the top 5, it's a toss up with Miranda Maverick.
Right. Yeah. Like right now, I think she's still gonna be levels above some other fighters just because she's so much more. She's smarter, and I think I think she's got better names than Manon Fiorot, right? We can't lie about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's won against better resume so far. Even though they both got 2 fights, so uh, yeah, that's gonna be good. That'll be good if she get past
Yeah.
Macy though.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
let me ask you this though, man. I ain't talked about it yet though. What was your thoughts on Montana's performance?
Man, I'm telling you, I thought Montana looked confident. I thought Montana, she looked like a fighter in there last night. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana looked like, I mean, you could just see it in her body language. Like she was focused. She didn't make too many mistakes on the feet. She didn't make really any mistakes on the feet with Ariane Lipski. Like she was very patient. She landed a couple of good jabs. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like Montana looked like a fighter in there. And she said in her post-fight interview that there's been times walking to the octagon where she was scared. She said this was more of like one of the fights, the first fights where she was like uber confident, like confident. She was ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? And she just looked like a fighter, man. She showed a well-rounded game last night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she got some good strikes off on the feet. She got the fight to the ground. She implemented her ground and pound. She didn't. She, Sometimes when Montana takes fights to the ground, she rushes to try to get to the submission because that was kind of her thing coming into the UFC. Like she rattled off those 3 submissions in a row. You know what I'm saying? And then that was kind of like her thing. Now you see her position over submission and starting to land some ground and pound. You know what I'm saying? And she just worked Lipski to a point where she just wore her down. Lipski landed that beautiful right hand coming out in the second round. But what did Montana do? She stayed composed. You know what I'm saying? She didn't throw any unnecessary shots. She stayed composed. She used her footwork. She showed a lot of good footwork in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Throwing oblique kicks, leg kicks, and then when the fight went to the ground, it was just total domination. Like this was a good showing for Montana De La Rosa because a lot of people were picking against her in this fight. A lot
Yeah,
of people were saying Ariane Lipski was going to knock her out or something like that, and I'm like, oof,
I didn't.
oof. I
Yeah,
don't know about that.
yeah, I didn't see her knocking. I didn't see her knocking Montana. I just said Montana's too big. She's just too big and too strong for her to get
Yeah,
knocked out. Like um, Montana, yeah, I called a second round TKO for Montana. I just said like
yeah,
if she sticks to her game, like the thing, like I say, Montana may not be a top 10 fighter, but she'll stick to her game more than Ariane Lipski will. Like
right.
she has a go to. She's got a go to where she will reach in her bag and use the style that works for her. Ariane Lipski's always like got a question mark over my head. You know, like I don't ever
Right.
know if Ariane Lipski's gonna come and be the same one that pull that leg like a slot machine on Luana Carolina, or is she just
Yeah,
gonna like fold up like JoJo handled her. You know, JoJo
right.
handled her on the ground. So it's always like a question mark for me. Um,
At least what we can expect from Montana De La Rosa. You know what I'm saying? At least we see what her skill set is.
yeah,
We recognize her skill set. You know what I'm saying? And we know 9 times out of 10 what we're gonna see out of Montana De La Rosa. At least going forward, we can say that. We can't say the same things that we say about Lipski. Oh, we don't know what Lipski's gonna do. We don't know if somebody take her down, whatever. We've seen Montana battle on the feet, and we've seen Montana battle on the ground. So now we know that wherever the fight goes, Montana can fight anywhere the fight goes. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like the performance she put on last night, man, that was. I mean, just the way, just the viciousness of the ground and pound, man. Like, I mean, she beat Lipski up on that. I mean, that ground and pound was nasty, bro. And I just thought
Oh
she looked
man.
really good last night.
Yeah. I was just looking at a clip now. I was like, man, like she really had Ariane Lipski like a fish out of water. Like Ariane Lipski was laying there, like kind of riding the second round out, just wiping blood out her eyes, like thinking when's this gonna be over. So I was like, I don't think, man, Lipski was good. I didn't think she was gonna hang, man, and it pretty much went the way I felt. Hang on for a minute. Gordon Morris here said, how long are you going to keep hyping Andrea's controversial losses as a losing streak? If it's a losing streak, it's a losing streak. I don't care if it's controversial.
Right. A W is a dub and a L is an L.
Exactly. Because that means you didn't do enough to get the win, Gordon. I mean,
Right.
if she beat JoJo, she would have beat her, right? Okay,
Right.
but she lost, man. So it's a losing streak. I don't care. Tisha Torres, she put up a good fight in her 4 fights that she lost, but it's a losing streak. It's still a losing streak. I mean, it's not
2
worthy.
years from now, ain't nobody gonna go back and be like, "Oh my God, it was so close." You look at
Right.
her record, you're gonna see 4 lost fights in a row. And then
Exactly.
Gordon says, "I noticed you don't bring up Andrea's destruction of Montana." Well, I mean, she didn't destroy Montana for one. It was a decision win. It wasn't like she destroyed her. Like Montana wasn't destroyed in that fight. It was a
And
close
she
fight.
about got rocked in that. Did she almost get submitted in the third round?
She almost got submitted in the third round.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Montana.
a back and forth fight.
Yeah, Montana almost submitted her in that third round. So yeah. Like I don't think that's destruction. Destruction is what Manon Fiorot just did this past this
Right.
this
That's
past Saturday.
destruction.
Mm-hmm.
That's destruction. Yeah. So who do you see Montana De La Rosa fight next, man? What do you see next for De La Rosa? Because 9 times out of 10, Antonina be out of the rankings come Tuesday, and Montana be number 15.
All right.
So I mean,
Ooh,
what do you think?
hold on. Let me see here. Let me pull up the rankings. Okay, if she comes in and
Stamina.
What is that?
Stamina said Gordon jumping out the window again.
I just saw that. Okay. I'm gonna say this: if she can't, if the Antonina fight don't happen, right? If she doesn't get that fight, I want to see. Okay, Taylor's taking. I want to see Montana take on the winner of Miranda Macy. If it's got to be
Yeah.
somebody in the top 15, I want to see her wait for that fight because that fight could happen by the end of the year, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Montana says she wants to fight again before the end of the year, toward the end of the year. So,
Yeah.
we already said we wanted to see Miranda Maverick versus Montana De La Rosa. Like, that's a fight. Like,
Mhm.
I want to see Montana versus Maverick or Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see them. I want to see both of them. I want to see how it happens because, the way that I know what you're gonna say, Combo, but I just feel like
Uh-oh.
the level of striking that Miranda Maverick is and possesses is the same level as Montana De La Rosa. I feel like it could be interesting. They're both good on the feet. It could be interesting. They're both good on the ground. It could be interesting on the feet between them two.
Okay.
Like think about a striking match between Montana De La Rosa and Miranda Maverick. That's a good fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good fight. But in case Miranda was to hear this, I say, no, Miranda, your striking is better than Montana. You're going to piece her up.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Look, I had to throw that in there. Genesis Green, what's going on? I had to throw that in there. Marcus Bell said Gordon jumping out the window for Andrea Lee. You are, man. You jumping out the window, man. Nobody's saying that the win doesn't count, but it wasn't destruction, Gordon. Like the Andrea Lee versus Montana fight count, but it wasn't destruction.
It was a competitive fight.
Right. Yeah.
Chill out, man. Yeah, man. It's just but flyweight is getting interesting, man. Like, you got Montana coming off of a win. You got Manon coming off of a win. You got the winner of Macy Barber and Miranda Maverick. That's 50-50 for me too. Like that's kind of 50-50 for me too because Macy still got that thigh out. Like Macy Barber still got that thigh out. You know what I'm saying? And Macy can crack. You know what I'm saying? Like Macy can crack. So, you got that.
I'll say.
And you got Andrea Lee coming off of that win, too. So, you got some matchups, man.
I'll say 60-40 for Miranda for me.
60-40. And I would say 60-42 because of the ground game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Macy Barber, and that just makes it even more funnier that a couple years back, Macy said the only reason that Mackenzie Dern won those BJJ tournaments is because she wasn't there. And I'm like, Macy, come on, man. Like, Roxanne handled you. Like, come on.
Oh man, Dern at 125 at like a grappling tournament, she would twist Macy up, man. Like, I'm just saying because like I went back and looked at Dern's resume and I was like, come on, like, no, Dern's a legend when it comes to her grappling. So No, like
But what if they put? But what if they put? What if they put Manon? What if they throw Manon a bone like they did Viviane Araújo? They failed on Viviane Araújo. Like she ain't gonna get there.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Chukagian turned her back. Like she, you know what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is with her. What if they do that with Manon? What if they throw Alexa Grasso to Manon? Or what if they threw Manon to Roxanne Modafferi? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about them going that direction with Manon Fiorot?
That would be crazy, man. I mean, that would be a bigger leap than, we trying to move her. They would really be trying to push her faster, man. And if they threw her either of those fighters, I could easily see her breaking into the top 10 right there.
Yeah.
I don't think Roxanne's going to be on a good leg when she comes back to be able to handle Manon Fiorot. What do you think? Like, do you think she would still have enough to go in there and pull off an upset over Manon Fiorot? Roxanne?
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely, man. Just experience. It's hard to bet against Roxy. Experience. You know what I'm saying? Roxanne got that experience. Roxanne figured it out with Macy Barber. She figured it out with Antonina Shevchenko. You know what I'm saying? And she was. I think if the fight with Araújo had been 5 rounds, I think that the last 3 rounds would have been for Roxanne Modafferi, because I felt like Roxanne came on strong round 3. Like Roxanne started coming on strong on Viviane in round 3, and if Viviane had gas, like Roxanne would have ate her up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like Roxy can still. I think Roxanne can still compete, man. I just like a lot of people talk about Roxy. Roxy can still compete. Now, how she looks coming back from the surgery, that's one thing. But we gotta see these girls get Roxy out of there. Like if everybody can beat Roxy, then let's see it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to get Roxanne out of there.
Okay. I'm not trying to be. I know we've been talking about Manon, her skill set this episode. I ain't trying to be like a big cheerleader for her, but I think Manon Fiorot, I think she could be the one to stop Roxy. I think she could stop her, man. I think she could do a cleaner version of what Lauren Murphy and Viviane Araújo did. She's gonna do that for 3 rounds until she like break Roxy. I think she could be the one to stop her, man. Like Viviane Araújo did a good job in like them 2 rounds, like you said, but she started getting hit with them overhand rights, and like Roxy's like throwing it like, what do you call it? What's a little bit faster than a snail? Like she throws at this pace. And you see it coming, but for some reason it still lands. Like I'm like, like I see the punch coming. Viviane sees it coming, but she still let it land. So I was like, she was letting her come back, man. And we can't ignore it again, BJ. Like, how is she seeing these girls? Like, she's got better focus than like all these girls, and she take without her glasses.
Listen, dude. Roxanne Modafferi sees fights in flashes, bro. I'm telling you, because she blinking so much. She trying to, dude. I done told you how you try to focus your phone when you zooming in close on something, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it's looking for Roxy, bro, because she blinking so fast, dude. Like she's seeing the fight in pictures, bro. I'm telling you, because
she got that iPhone 7 vision right there, right?
Bruh, but her punches are so accurate, like. Roxy will hit you, dude, and she knows how to hit you, and she knows where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Roxy, just it's very similar to how Alexis Davis just systematically picked apart Sabina Mazo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Alexis Davis just kept throwing, and it was landing. They were slow, they were ugly. It wasn't no pop behind them, but she kept throwing them and she kept landing them, and that's the same kind of tactic that Roxanne uses, man. You know what I'm saying? And Roxanne, I'm telling you, that's what I said. If the Viviane Araújo fight had been 5 rounds, Roxy would have won that fight. Because she started coming on, man. She had weathered the storm. Vivi started to slow. That's the biggest disappointment with Viviane, man. She gonna slow down.
Yeah, like her gas tank, man. Like her gas tank is really gonna be what cost her from getting a title shot, I think, man.
Yeah, I think so too. Man, because And she fades quick, man. And Valentina ain't gonna be with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Stamina said, Roxy's vision is a permanent strobe. It's like those flip book animations from back in the day. Right. It's exactly what it is.
Like
But
all she could see in that Vivian fight was that little tan blur moving. She could just see Tan moving around. That's how she zooms in on her punches. Right.
So. But Roxy, man, what was I getting ready to say? Oh, Viviani would be food for Valentina. I mean, once she started to slow,
she
would be food for Valentina.
Oh yeah, she would have been. Hold on.
Valentina Shevchenko.
Oh, hold on. You were cutting out there, BJ. What'd you say she was gonna be food?
I said, if she come into the fight with Valentina, if they do give her a title shot, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, like if they, dude, she would when she gassed and started to slow down, she would become food for Valentina Shevchenko. Like Valentina would eat Viviane Araújo up. She would eat her up.
I can't believe like Caitlyn was just having fun in there, man. Like Caitlyn was like jabbing and front kicking her to the body, and she was just taking these shots, man. It was almost, I won't say it was kind of a little embarrassing because like Caitlyn doesn't have like a great deal of power, man, but she was just like constantly jabbing and touching Viviane Araújo, and Viviane Araújo was just like, you know, starting to fade after that second round, man.
Man, Catlin, like, I'm telling you, man, you let Catlin get into that groove. You let Catlin get in a groove, man, and it's hard to stop 2KG, man. She can get in that groove, bro, of just, you know, jab, 1-2, kick. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she starts doing that shit, that's 2KG.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we saw last night, that was Montana De La Rosa. What we saw last night, that was Manon Fiorot. When you let Caitlin Chukagian get in that groove, that was Chukagian against Viviane Araújo for sure.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for anybody to get past Chukagian, bro. I mean, it's just gonna be hard.
It is, man. And once you get past her, I think everybody can pretty much say you are part of the elite squad. When you get past Caitlyn, you're part of the elite squad, you know. And that small group is just Valentina and Andrade, you know.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
And Jessica I.
And
And Jessica I.
Oh man, I didn't even want to say that, but you made me say it. Dang. Dang. Well, it's true. Dang, I can't believe she did it, man.
Bro, you gotta give Jessica bro.
Yeah, she did. She got
the. Yeah, she beat Chukagian, bro.
Damn. Not on paper, man. I don't think she won it though. I gave.
You don't think so?
I think I gave Caitlyn round 1 and 3. I said, yeah. I gave Caitlyn Chukagian round 1 and 3.
I'll have to go back and watch it. It's been a while. It's been a while since that fight. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it for sure. Look at it again, but Jessica, I came. She said, "I want my title shot." She was real about that thing, but
she got it.
But who you think that? You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Montana get that fight with Jessica.
That's not a bad fight. I
wouldn't mind seeing that.
That I know a lot of people say that's a big jump for her, but if Jessica I gets past Jennifer if she loses to Jennifer Mai, make her fight Montana, that would be fair, right? Because she would drop down maybe like number 10 or out of the top 10. Yeah, put Jessica in there, Montana. I'm going for Montana.
Yeah, I think Montana will beat her up too. I think Montana will beat her up straight up. But yeah, like I mean, Jessica I is food now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like she food. You know what I'm saying? Like you put her in there with somebody like Manon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some dangerous fights below Jessica I. Macy Barber dangerous. Alexa Grasso dangerous.
Yeah.
Montana De La Rosa dangerous. Jillian Robertson will be a dangerous fight for Jessica I. Like it's crazy, man. Like Jessica I is borderline food for these girls.
Mm-hmm. And Miranda Maverick would just destroy her. That's how I feel about that.
Oh, Miranda Maverick, yeah. Miranda Maverick she hungry, dude. Like,
yeah.
dude, as much as I didn't want to give Miranda them props too, because that, you know what I'm saying, like she beat up Jillian, but Miranda hungry, bro. And it's that hunger. See, like I felt that hunger from Miranda in her last fight. I felt that hunger from Manon in this last fight. And I felt that hunger from Montana De La Rosa last night. Like I felt the hunger. Right now and maybe Taylor Santos, but I just don't know. Like Taylor just she don't fight enough. Like her fights get fucked up all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's some hungry prospects, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? And Combo, I want to ask you this: like, why don't when we having these conversations, why we ain't talking about Tracy Cortez, bro?
Why? I need to.
Why ain't Tracy Cortez in these conversations, bro?
She's got a decent resume, man, but like, I need to see a little bit more from her. Like, she looked good. It was at Justine Keach, right? But Justine Keach was like putting hands on her. Didn't Justine Keach rock her in that fight?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like her resume. Like she's beat Erin Blanchfield. She beat Agapova. She's beat some other names. Like I think she just needs a little bit more. She needs some more fire behind her, man. She needs some more names. You know, it's not just about looks over here, man. I got to see more. You know, I got to see more. I think when we see a little bit more, I'll start talking about her. You know, definitely definitely no disrespect to her. Yeah. Hold on real quick.
I just can't. It's hard for me to take a real. It's
Oh,
hard for me to take a real serious.
hold up here. Robot Chickens said Montana can clean up the striking and work on defense. She'll be good to go. What do you think about that?
Oh, man, you know me, dog. You know me absolutely. Like I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana at this point, all Montana needs. She's had the experience in the UFC. She's had the time. She's had the wins. She's had the losses. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, Montana just got to sharpen the knife, man, and she can. Montana can bring that. We talk about it all the time, Combo. You got to be well rounded in this division if you want to compete. When you get up to the Lauren Murphys, to the Andrades, to the you know what I'm saying, the Chukagians, you know, the Montefers, you got to be well rounded. You got to know what to do. Unless you know what I'm saying, you just got to know what to do, man. You got to know what to do when you get up there. And if Montana can keep sharpening and keep rounding out that game, man, like she gonna be a problem. She got the size, she's got the heart, she's got the power, she's got the grappling. Like she can be a real. She is a problem, and she can be an even bigger problem at 125 if she keeps on going up, improving every fight. She can be a problem.
Look,
so and same can be said for Miranda Maverick. Maverick is right in that boat with Montana De La Rosa. Like,
look, Montana, like I gotta give her credit. Like she, like on the level she's on, or like out of all the flyweights, there's no quit in her, man. Like I gotta give her that. Like there's no quit. That's why I just want to see her with some better trainers. She's got time on her side. She's only 26 years old, so I want to see her put something together, man. She's 26 years old. She's got no quit. I mean, she's got more heart than a lot of fighters. Like, she needs a better team behind her. I'm just saying, like, somebody that's going to push her.
You think so?
Yeah, like, it's got to be something there, man.
She did switch camps, though.
Yeah.
She did switch camps.
Okay.
So, she's at elevation now. So, I mean, she's getting some good work with some good fighters, you know what I'm saying? So, Rose Namajunas, she training with Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she said Rose is helping her a lot on the striking and all, you know, just bringing it all together. So, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see what kind of improvements we can see from Montana De La Rosa. So, I mean, I hope so.
All right.
I hope we can see it, man, because I feel like.
Hold up here real quick. This is the last time I'm going to address your Andrea Lee comments, Gordon. I mean, you can talk about anything else, but look, last time I have done a post-fight analysis video for Andrea Lee's fights. I have. So if you're trying to say I'm a hater of her, I mean, you're sadly mistaken again. So last Andrea Lee comment, I'm gonna acknowledge. You just keep it about the other fights, but I've done post fight analysis videos on her.
But the Montana De La Rosa fight was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an old fight. Like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, you behind.
Yeah, and I've done. Shit,
I mean,
I've done Lauren and I've done
did
the
you do a
JoJo
post
fight.
fight on that fight?
I can't remember if I did on that, but I know I did with JoJo and Lauren Murphy. And I actually said, look, I'm gonna go on the record because the video was up. I said that Andrea Lee probably could have got that win. She probably could have got that fight. It should have been hers, but it was still an L, so she's still on a losing streak. Sorry, man. Like, I'm not a judge, so I would have gave the fight to Andrea Lee that night, but I wasn't. The judges didn't, so she's still on a losing. She was still on a losing streak, Gordon. So that's sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but
sorry, man.
what were you?
Hey, do you know what day the Ultimate Fighter comes on?
Oh man, it started last Tuesday. I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, me too. I definitely missed it. But I gotta go back and watch it. I'm trying to get this Mayweather stuff, this Mayweather BS pulled up.
Oh,
you watching it tonight, man?
Man, no. I said I would, and I ain't make.
Come on, Combo, man. You gotta watch. Come on, Combo. I know it don't mean nothing, and it don't mean nothing to us, bro. I know, but we gotta at least watch it, bro.
Somebody watching it in the chat. Hope Robot Chicken said Chad got rocked. Good for Chad. Good for Chad. Chad Johnson got rocked. Oh man. Oh, but BJ, before
That's crazy that this dude is fighting.
I got something else for you, man. Before we wrap it up, though, Norma Dumont. I've been talking about that. I needed to ask you about that, man. Like, what do you think about her? It seems like the UFC kind of making her like the face of the division. Kind of putting the pressure on her, like saying, "Hey, if you move back down, we'll probably close the division. But if you stay, we're gonna pretty much keep you here to shake things up." That's what they said. Like, how you feel about that?
Well, that's kind of. I mean that come from Norma Dumont. You know what I'm saying? That come from Norma Dumont. I feel like what they told her, because Norma works with the PI a lot, and she talked about working with the PI. I think Norma's just trying to make it sound. Norma she's trying to build a brand. She's trying to bring more eyes to her and get people talking about her, just like we sitting here talking about her. You know what I'm saying? I think Norma I think they told Norma, you gotta fight at 145. Like, you're just not gonna be able to make that 135. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what they told her, man, because they tell fighters that, like, that's where Leah Letson went to when she was having all her problems, and they said that's how they found out that she was screwed up from the inside out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the UFC told Norma, you have to fight at 145.
Right. Yeah.
What you think, Gumbo?
I think it was that, and that's why they told her, like, if you leave, we'll close the division, so it kind of make them feel a certain way. And I think, she was like, well, I'll stay. I mean, the weight feels better, and I just need a few more fights to fight before I get to Amanda Nunes. So I think it's kind of a win-win for her, but still a lot of pressure with no other fighters in the division, right?
Yeah, man, but I do think that Pam got signed, bro. I'm sticking with that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking with it. I think Pam got signed. I do, dude, because I mean, Pam has been military silent about fighting. She said she was fighting, and then she been quiet. Like, she been quiet.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what is, like, the only time they get quiet like that is when they didn't got that call from the UFC, bro. That's the only time they quiet like that.
Man, that would be crazy if she did.
I mean,
when did
what you think?
I think, like I said, I don't want to put nothing out there. Like, we just kind of throwing a theory out there, but
speculating.
Yeah, we put some speculation out there. I think if she didn't answer back I think so. You know what I mean? I think some things are being worked out. Maybe like an opponent is being found before she really wants to. Because you know when people have an opponent, they start locking it in. They start putting it up. Everybody's putting it up. But maybe she wants to make sure that she has a solid opponent. You know, but it's looking like she is,
I
man.
think it's Letson, bro.
Oh man,
I
that's
think I think it's Letson, bro, because Letson said on her Instagram, somebody she posted something and somebody commented. She said, "I asked for September." So
mm,
Leah Letson asked for September for a fight.
mm.
That's not that far away if you think about it. June, July, August, September. That's not that far away. It makes perfect sense that it would be Pam Sorensen. And
Yeah,
Pam keep putting little zingers out there talking about fight camp and stuff like that. Like, dude,
that'd be
like
crazy, man.
I'm looking like something going. Dude, listen, combo, something going on, bro. Something going on.
I
You
think
got all of a sudden you got Norma Dumont staying at 145. You got Pam military silent, and you got Leah Letson saying she's asked for September.
yeah, yeah. I
Like
think
that's wild.
I think we putting the pieces together here. I think so. I think it is. I think on Leah's part, she's probably making sure everything is good with her medically, and I think Pam Bam on her part, she's just waiting to hear. She's just waiting for that call to say this is who it is, and this is the date. I think that's what we're down to. Yeah, man. I keep thinking it's May, but it's June, so we're like 3 months away from that, right? Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's a perfect fight. I think we'll get an announcement very soon from Pam Sorensen or Leah Letson one. Man, I'm telling you, if it's Leah Letson and Pam Sorensen, I'm gonna go through the roof, son. I'm gonna go through the roof because I'm gonna get them both to do podcasts. I'm gonna be like, yo, this is what's up because this is what that division needs. This is what that division needs, combo.
Mm-hmm.
It needs high level featherweights in their fighting. Kudos to Megan and respect to Megan Anderson. But Megan Anderson wasn't the most high level featherweight out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like she captured that Invicta belt, but she wasn't the best. She wasn't the most high level. You know what I'm saying? Leah Letson, Pam Sorensen, those are high level featherweights, man. And that's a good fight. Win or lose for either one of them, it's a good fight for the division. They'll move on. Somebody will fight Norma Dumont. Somebody will fight Felicia Spencer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Right, right. I think like Pam Bam is definitely one of like the better featherweights. Like, yeah, Megan was good, but she was just like powerful. But I always say like Pam Bam was like one of the best technical ones I've seen come from that
Right.
come from that Invicta crop. She was definitely one of the better technical fighters they had. So if she can come back with that same energy, man, that's gonna be a good fight with her and Lesson, man. That's gonna be good, man. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
get them,
that's a good fight,
look,
and I'm down for it.
if you get them both on, man, I gotta come on, man. If I can't get a day to schedule right, I gotta swing in there. I got some questions for both of them, man. Hold on.
Yeah, man. And as you guys all know, you know what I'm saying? Like, Leah Letson, Leah can be kind of a savage before a fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Leah Letson, when she's very competitive, man, competitive at heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to fighting, man, like she said, she keeps saying that every time we talk, she's like, BJ, I'm boiling over. Like I'm boiling over. She's like, it's been way too long since I've been in a fight. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, man, that's a good thing.
And style wise, how does that match up, man?
Oh man, ooh, I could see.
Right, right.
Oh man, yes, it's tough, man, because I think that I'm just looking at strength advantage. I'm looking more so at Letson, but then I look at IQ and I gotta lean towards Pam Bam just being able to keep this fight standing at a pace that Letson couldn't catch up with. But then I could see Letson being aggressive in this fight and taking it. Man, I can't right now. Man, this will be a good fight, man.
Yeah.
I like both of them, but I'm trying to put the favoritisms aside, but like they both impress me. They both impress me, and even like Letson, like for her size, she's a very fast moving featherweight, in my opinion.
She's very agile. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, athletic too,
Very
man.
agile. Good kicks. Good kicks. You know what I'm saying? Good pressure. Leah Letson comes forward. You know what I'm saying? And she's tough, man. And also, man, I think that we can. I think it's safe to add Julia Stoliarenko to that 145-pound as well.
Yeah, Norma kind of spoke up for her. Norma spoke up for her in the interview. She was like, Julia Stoliarenko passed out of the weigh-in. She was like, that's another girl that needs to be a featherweight. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Julia, man, she looked skinny as hell that when she was trying to get on that scale, man. She looked. I mean, that's the smallest I ever seen her do. I'm like, why is she doing that to herself? Like, Julia's a big girl, man. Like, let that body, let that fight body be natural, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it roll. Shit. But I wouldn't be mad if we saw Julia Stoliarenko at 145. I wouldn't be mad at all. Not at all.
mm-hmm. Hold on. What? Gordon, what are you talking about now, man? What are you asking about Roxy's vision? What'd you ask about Roxy's vision? You still talking about Andrea. Every comment I see is about Andrea. We were talking about Roxy's vision. I mean, Roxy's vision. I mean, it is what it is, man. We were just talking about her without her glasses on, man. He said, I've been asking about Roxy's vision for a long time.
Man, Gordon, you gotta go look at Roxy, man. When they introduced them to fighters, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how Roxy be blinking, man.
Oh yeah,
horrible.
Yeah, I always know it. Yeah, she be blinking, man. That's why I be like, is she ready or what? Like, I keep thinking that's like a sign of weakness, but it's not. It's not, man. Hey, look, if Leah,
you know who else got bad vision too?
Who?
Montana De La Rosa.
She does?
Yeah, her vision is bad too. She fought a couple of fights in the UFC with her She said they told her to take her contacts out. She went back and stuck them, put them back in.
Damn. Wow, I didn't know that, man. Like,
yeah, she's got pretty bad vision too.
Damn. And I know that, man. I didn't know.
Yeah.
She don't never wear glasses. She just always wear contacts or something.
Yeah, she always wears contacts. Yep. You'll see Montana in glasses every now and then.
Hey,
you was getting ready to say something about Leah Letson. My bad.
Yeah, if Leah Letson and Pam Bam put on a good fight, do you think like Macy might get the urge to speak up and say, I want to move up to 145? Chase on.
I think that if 145 get some more girls, start putting on good fights, that could push Macy to come back up to 145. I think it could. I think it could. That if there's a division there, because Macy just wants to be active, so I kind of see what's going on with her. You know what I'm saying? I kind of see. She's like, well, hell, if I can make 135, I'm gonna make it so that I can fight. But if they add those girls in, man, and start putting on fights, hell yeah, I can see Macy moving back up to 145 for sure.
Yeah. For me, I think she just needed to be more vocal about it because I've seen some interviews where she said I'll fight at either weight, but I would be like, man, I need to be at 145. Y'all killing me. That's what she needs to tell them for real, man, because I think her fighting at 135 really takes away from her what we can really see.
Yep. You're right. Yeah. It sucks that we don't get to see her at 145 on the regular, man. Like, I want to see that every fight, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Macy every fight at 145.
Shoot, hold on, man. What card is next week? We got another UFC 263, right? Yeah, that's next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got JoJo and Lauren Murphy. and
Yep.
Panny and Alexis Davis at
Yep.
bantamweight. Okay. All right. That's what's going down this weekend coming up. But let me see. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Panny gonna box her up, bro.
Yeah. She is. I'm gonna go with Panny in that fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Panty too, bro. No, man, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm all good. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime, man. Well, yeah, I'm about to close it out here myself, and I'm not closing it out to look for that fight though, BJ. I'm sorry, man. Hold on, Robot Chicken.
What'd you say? You gonna say it again?
Oh, I said I'm not closing out now to go watch. I'm not looking up that fight though. I'm not gonna watch it, man. The Floyd.
Yeah.
But hold on, Robot Chicken said he got a real question. Izzy versus Vittori. Who do you got in that fight, man?
If Marvin Vittori cannot get drawn into 5 rounds of striking with Izzy, because Marvin Vittori is a grappler, man.
Mm-hmm.
He just had good success with his hands. We've seen a hole in Izzy's game, and that's when somebody mixes it up on him, like Jan Blachowicz did. Like I just felt like Izzy was running into a roadblock when they made that matchup with Jan Blachowicz. I was like, this is a roadblock. This is the one. Because Jan mixes it up so well when he fights. He takes you down. He's an explosive wrestler. He's a very patient striker. Like Marvin Vittori can't come in here and be wild, because that's what Izzy can catch you. That's what he does. Like he draws people in, gets them swinging wild, and he catches you. You know what I'm saying? So if Vittori can work them takedowns, man, and put Izzy on his back, Izzy is like Ariane Lipski when somebody takes him down. He does not know what to do.
Damn, man,
you put him. And it showed in the fight against.
You put him on that level. You didn't even say Marina Rodriguez, man.
No, I'm just saying, because look at the fight with Jan Blachowicz. When Jan took him down, Izzy was clueless. He was a fish out of water, just like Marina Rodriguez too.
Yeah.
They fishes out of water on their back.
True, that's true. It is, yeah. And I'm looking at Vittori. I was looking at him the other night, like his resume. I mean, the dude, he's tough, man. He's durable. He ain't never been stopped before,
Right.
It'll really just come down to Izzy using some height and reach. He's like 6 foot. So what is he, like 3 inches shorter than Izzy? Is that? What's Izzy? 6'3"? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think
they fought before, and it was close, man. He put hands on Izzy the first fight.
Okay. So hey, he might be taking a page out of his book, man. Out of Blachowicz' book.
Yeah, but this is a rematch, because Vittori fought him.
Yeah, I know.
Izzy's very first fight in the UFC was against Vittori, man, and Vittori put hands on him.
Yeah. I mean, if he puts together what Blachowicz did, yeah, he could do something.
That's why I said, if he mixes it up like Blachowicz did, it can cause some problems for Izzy.
Right. But B, before you get up out of here, man, just let everybody know where they can follow you at, man.
For sure. No Filter MMA right here on YouTube. And also check out Bloody Canvas MMA also right here on YouTube, people. That's it. Oh, yeah. No Filter MMA on Twitter as well.
All right, man. And y'all know where to find me at. Just make sure y'all subscribe here. And, thanks for coming on, B. And I'll be closing this thing out here. Hold on.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, y'all have a good night, man.
All right, later, man. That out. All right, y'all. But I'm about to get up out of here. Try to get back on. Probably won't be back on until like Wednesday or something. Um, Robot said he got Izzy. Okay. Yeah, he still got Izzy. Jan Blachowicz definitely had that size advantage. You know, moving up the light heavyweight was that was a big factor. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, let me get up out of here. I'm about to go grab me something to eat myself. Oh, Marcus Bell trying to get blocked again. Montana De La Rosa versus JJ Aldrich. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. And let's see. I'm just closing something while I'm talking to y'all. There we go. Yeah, we definitely got to talk some more this week because we definitely got to get back on this week because we got Invicta FC. We got another atomweight tournament, you know, for Invicta FC coming up Friday. So yeah, we'll get back on that this week. And I got some other stuff to, you know, come in and talk about. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. BJ for coming on. Stamina, Gordon, Marcus Bell, Robot Chicken, Mr. Lee, all y'all that came in. And like always, just make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Peace.